If you think you've seen it all, get ready to change your mind. Imagine a place where history intertwines with the present in an almost magical way, where the streets vibrate with colors, aromas, and sounds that awaken all your senses. That place exists, and its name is Vietnam. But be careful, this is not just a tourist destination. Vietnam is a universe apart, full of mysteries, ancient traditions, and surprises that defy all expectations. From floating markets that seem to have come out of an enchanted tale to temples that have kept secrets for centuries, every corner of this country has something unique to reveal. And believe me, the more you discover about Vietnam, the more fascinated you become. How can a country be so intense, so exotic and, at the same time, so welcoming? What really happens behind the paradisiacal landscapes and hidden alleys? Today, you will discover a Vietnam that few people have the chance to see. And I guarantee you, every detail in this video will surprise you. So, leave your like, because it helps a lot to bring more content like this. And if you are not subscribed yet, take the opportunity to join us. Activate the bell, because in the next few weeks we will explore even more secrets that the world hides. Now, take a deep breath, because we are about to embark on an unforgettable journey through Vietnam. Let's go! Vietnam beyond stereotypes. When we think of Vietnam, many images come to mind: lush green rice fields, motorcycles zipping through busy streets, and ancestral temples shrouded in mist. But the reality goes far beyond that. Vietnam is a country of fascinating contrasts, where modernity advances without erasing the richness of its traditions. A single walk through Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City reveals towering skyscrapers alongside colonial French houses and street vendors preparing dishes that carry centuries of history. What makes Vietnam so special is its authenticity. Unlike other Asian destinations that have fully surrendered to Western tourism, the Vietnamese people impressively preserve their essence. Customs are passed down from generation to generation, and even in large cities, it's still common to see elderly people practicing Tai Chi at sunrise, Buddhist rituals taking place in hidden temples, and markets bustling with products that only exist here. But if there is something that truly defines life in Vietnam, it's the intense yet harmonious rhythm of daily life. The traffic may seem chaotic to an outsider, but for the Vietnamese, there's a silent dance between motorcycles, bicycles, and pedestrians, where everything flows in a surprisingly organized way. The honking of horns, conversations on the sidewalks, and the aroma of egg coffee create a unique atmosphere, impossible to replicate anywhere else in the world. And perhaps the biggest secret of Vietnam lies in how it turns every experience into something memorable. Here, a simple boat ride can take you to floating villages that seem untouched by time. A street meal can be as sophisticated as a dinner in a luxury restaurant, and a casual encounter with a local can turn into a life lesson you'll never forget. Traditions, culture, and the mysteries of Vietnam. The culture of Vietnam is a fascinating blend of Chinese, French, and, of course, its own ancient traditions. Every detail holds deep meaning. The colorful lanterns that light up the streets of Hoi An aren't just decoration. They carry wishes and symbolize good luck. The conical hats worn by farmers, besides protecting from the sun, reflect the national identity. Everything in Vietnam has a story, and the more you dive into it, the more you realize that this country is a true living book. The temples scattered throughout Vietnam are among the greatest symbols of this mysticism. Some are nestled in mountains, others hidden in caves, or even amidst urban chaos. But they all share something in common: an air of mystery that evokes a sense of respect and curiosity. In places like the Perfume Pagoda or a Temple of Literature, it's impossible not to feel the millennia-old energy that inhabits these structures. Speaking of mysteries, Vietnam is also home to impressive legends. Halong Bay, for example, is not only one of the most beautiful places in the world. According to local belief, its rock formations were created by dragons descending from the sky to protect the country. In remote villages, Stories about spirits and supernatural beings are still part of daily life, showing that Vietnamese spirituality is alive and thriving. But perhaps the greatest mystery of Vietnam lies in its ability to enchant and transform those who visit. Many arrive with few expectations and leave completely in love. Whether it's the hospitality of the people, the depth of the culture, or the indescribable beauty of its landscapes, one thing is certain: Vietnam always leaves its mark. The flavors and colors of Vietnam. If there is a country where food tells stories, this place is Vietnam. Here, each dish has a unique identity and a direct connection to the local culture. Pho, for example, is not just a noodle soup. It's a national symbol, a recipe that carries centuries of refinement and tradition. Banh mi, one of the most famous sandwiches in the world, is the perfect result of the fusion between French heritage and Vietnamese flavors. But to really understand the gastronomy of Vietnam, you need to go beyond restaurants. It's in the streets that magic happens. At every corner, there is a trolley serving steamy dishes, seasoned with fresh herbs and sauces of indescribable flavors. The experience of sitting on a plastic stool, surrounded by locals, and tasting an authentic bun cha or goi quon is something that awakens all the senses. And we can't talk about Vietnam without mentioning its coffee. Forget everything you know about traditional coffee, because here the drink gets unique versions. From the famous creamy and sweet egg coffee to the intriguing coconut coffee, each sip brings a new surprise. The coffee culture in Vietnam is so strong that it has become a true ritual, where every cup is enjoyed calmly, almost as a meditation. The flavors of Vietnam are a perfect reflection of its culture. Intense, balanced, and unforgettable. Eating here is not only a necessity, but a journey that connects you deeply with the soul of the country. Vietnam will transform you. Arriving in Vietnam is like entering a parallel world, where every detail challenges your perception and every moment becomes an unforgettable memory. It is a country that teaches, that provokes, and, above all, that transforms. The difficulties faced throughout its history have not erased the joy of its people, who welcome each visitor with a genuine smile and sincere curiosity. Many say that Vietnam is a place to see, but the truth is that it is a place to feel. The vibrant energy of the cities, the serenity of the rice fields, the strength of spirituality. Everything here touches the soul in some way. Few places in the world can cause such a profound impact, this feeling of belonging even for those who come from so far away. And so, we have reached the end of this journey through Vietnam. But, deep down, does this trip really end? Because Vietnam is not a place that one forgets. It is marked in the memory, in the senses, and somehow in the heart. Perhaps it is the intensity of the colors, the aroma of coffee, the warm smile of an unknown, or the indescribable feeling of walking through streets that carry centuries of history. Every moment in Vietnam is an invitation to see the world in a different way. Here, the past and present walk side by side, and the simplicity of everyday life reveals the grandeur of Vietnamese culture and spirit. Anyone who has had the privilege of knowing this country knows that it transforms, not just for its stunning landscapes or its irresistible gastronomy, but for the way it awakens something within us, a desire to live more intensely, explore without fear, and truly connect with each experience. And if there is something that Vietnam teaches us, it is that the true essence of a place is not only in the postcards, but in the stories, in the people, and in the small details that make all the difference. Because, at the end of the day, traveling is not just about getting to know new destinations, but about changing the way we see the world. And Vietnam does it as few places can. If this video made you see Vietnam in a new way, it already leaves your like, because it helps a lot to bring more amazing content like this. And if you are not yet part of this journey, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so as not to miss any adventure. Now tell me here in the comments, which part of Vietnam surprised you the most? I want to know your opinion. We'll see you in the next video. Until then.